So, my album of the day is Lionel Richie's Can't Slow Down. And I've had this tape forever and a day. Lionel Richie to me has always been one of the greatest artists ever. Uh, Loved it in the Commodores, funky, soulful, country, pop, you name it, the man's music covered a wide range. And then he went solo. And I might do a review of his first solo album, but I'm going to do Can't Slow Down, which was a big time blockbuster back in the 80s. Oh, remember back in the 80s when albums would go multi platinum? We're talking 15, 20 million plus. Diamond slows up for the 90s all the way to the early 00s, the early part, but this was a blockbuster album. And we're talking about in an era when your album was like a greatest hits album. And Lionel Richie was in that club too, that rare club with Michael Jackson in the sense that he had, um, five big hits. Where do I start with this album though? I mean, All Night Long is a classic. I mean, and he did the Swahili chanting and all that, and it was a very powerful song. Love the production, the groove, catchiness of it all. And it was very festive, and he definitely had a way of presenting a song without being so graphic. He used metaphors very nicely. Hello was one of the best stalker songs ever. Ironically, it came out the same year as The Police Every Breath You Take, but they're like neck and neck as far as some of the best stalking songs you ever want to hear. A great piece of music, and I loved it a whole lot. That was a catchy song, still is. Running with the Night had a nice swag vibe to it, had that counter groove going. And Lionel Richie put that, I love that guitar part in there. I love the harmony of that song. It's really tight. Penny Lover was like a throwback song. Wouldn't have sounded out of place on an old Sam Cooke record. And Lionel Richie composed a song that just truly had a quality and essence about it. It was um, a very happening song. Um, you know, like the groove on the title cut here. This was a real cool song. Um, Pretty straightforward cut. Um, you know, you know. Um, my main cut on here though is Love Will Find a Way. The jazzy harmonic riffs, the cut he did this with the legendary session musician Greg Gaines. What a song! I mean, I hear Love Will Find a Way. That song is so cold, so funky, so soulful, so much harmony, so much just hit you, and it don't let you up. It's just like a testament to the depth of what Lionel Richie can do as an artist. And that was one of them tight cuts. I mean, the groove, the way he sung it, the feeling of it, that's a money track. That's the kind of song that's like back in the day when an album cut was as big as anything on an album. And just to think, that's like one of the songs that didn't even come off the record as a single, but yet it held its own against the album tracks. That's a track right there. That's truly a money track. And it's one of my favorites, probably my favorite on the album. And that's saying a lot too, because Lionel Richie's pen game was deep on here, you know. And he hit that one. The cut on there, the only one, and he did that with David Foster, and it was heavy on them strings and everything. But Lionel's vocals more than made up for this song. It was one of those songs that you couldn't escape. Truly left a impression. Um, very very powerful. You know, it's a great combination of album. One of the best albums ever. One of the most important albums of the early '80s. Again, he was middle of the road for some, but if you listen to the music and the harmony and the stylings, he definitely, he was right there with Michael Jackson in terms of being creative. And I think his songs have held up really strongly because the man, first and foremost, knew how to be a great songwriter. And he understood the importance of lyrics and depth and melody and harmony. And then the music and the arrangement productions. Him and James Anthony Carmichael really got this record together. And this is how you came. And of course, being on Motown Records and Berry Gordy is like, yo, you got to bring a winner here. You got to bring classics. And this is what this album represents. So, um, It's a classic album, and Lionel Richie's an all-time great artist. He's one of the greatest artists to ever do it. One of the best artists ever to front a successful band and then go solo. Look it up. And the man's still thriving. His country projects, whatever he touches. I look at Lionel Richie like he's cut from the Ray Charles School of Music, and like that with Michael Jackson too, in the sense that you could put him in any style and he can make it work. That's a talent, and it's to be respected. So that's my album of the day. Can't Slow Down, Lionel Richie. Give me your thoughts and your takes. What did you think about Lionel Richie's solo career compared to the Commodores? What did you think about this album? How it's held up, the songs on it? Do you have favorite songs on this album? And feel free to hit the like, hit the subscribe, and the bell rings us in the video. Y'all have a great day. Peace.